Steve, what's your assessment of how Steph looked tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Steph looked really good in the second half. He found his legs underneath him and had to feel the game out for a while. And obviously, you know, coming off that kind of absence, it's going to take some time. But I thought he found something in the second half.
You guys really kind of cranked it up defensively in the fourth, pressed them, and got back in the game. And I know obviously you can't do that all game, but why do you think it took so long to get any type of defensive juice out there?
Yeah, I mean, I take responsibility for that. I clearly didn't have our guys ready to play, and that's my fault. I've got to do a better job of, you know, giving them the slap in the face that Phoenix gave us, you know, in the first quarter. Like these games are always go like this. A team's got a bunch of starters out, and then all the guys who normally don't play much, they can't wait to get out there. A guy like Saric comes out and just, you know, kicks our butt. And these are all NBA players. These guys, you know, are all great players. This is the league. There's no easy days in the league. So I think the combination of you know, that dynamic, and then you know, us getting some guys back and trying to find our rhythm, it really got us off to a slow start. But I did like the fact that we competed in that fourth quarter and fought like crazy, because sometimes in this league you forget how hard it is to win a game. It's really hard to win an NBA game. And the difference between winning and losing is like that. It's, you know, one team has the edge emotionally, like Phoenix did, and they set a tone right away. That's all it takes. You know, they made 14 threes and got 20 offensive rebounds because they were the more aggressive team, the more confident team. So I'm hoping that that fourth quarter was the team that I have come to know and love and recognize. But we have to show that in the first quarter, not in the fourth quarter. And it's my job to try to get that out of them.
You mentioned Steph getting his legs back there in the second half. I know Jordan hasn't missed games like Steph, but did you sense him getting his something going? You know, certainly end of the third and then into the fourth quarter. Clearly, the buckets happened too. But did you see him?
Yeah, Jordan was great in the second half. The first half we didn't have anything going, but I didn't like the level of competition. I didn't like the looks on our faces, the body language. I felt like we were all sort of feeling sorry for ourselves in that first half. And the second half, we just started playing and started competing and got out of our own heads and committed to each other, committed to the game. And I know it was too little too late, but that's what it takes. And we've had this weird stretch with no Wiggs, no Steph. We've hung in there. Our bench guys have done a great job of hanging in there, but we're not a team that's in rhythm right now as a result. And part of finding a rhythm is just competing. And we didn't do that for such a long stretch in the game that we didn't have enough time to come back and win.
You go with Iguodala to start the fourth. I know he got the stint in the first quarter. What was the reasoning there? And I imagine he gave you exactly what you were looking for there.
Yeah, I mean, Andre is, you know, he's so good defensively, so good moving the ball. He's just, you know, got an intelligence about him, and there's the game. There's a connection with Andre, with the guys when he's out there, and we needed that connection. And I thought he played really well when he was out there and helped spark that run.
We saw Wiggins battling with Landale and then like the spear and the full court press. Do you think that kind of got some juices going for him? Because he looked to be rusty since he's got back.
Yeah.
That was good defense.
Yeah, Wiggs was really rusty the other night and in the first half. And I just think the level of ball pressure and intensity that he showed in the second half, especially in, you know, late third or I guess fourth quarter it was, that's who we need him to be. And, you know, that's who he was in the playoffs last year. And coming off this long layoff, he hasn't looked right until that fourth quarter. And so I actually told the coaches, I think this could be a good thing for us, honestly. You need to get a wake-up call. You need to be reminded how hard it is to win. And you need to understand the level of commitment to each other, to the game that it takes to win a title. Our vets know that. Our young guys are still learning all that, but hopefully this is the jolt that we need to get ourselves going, because this first half of the season's been full of stops and starts.
And Steve, do you feel like the double overtime game had any effect on your guys' energy levels past couple games?
No.
Did you see the Iguodala the ejection play? Is it just he threw it out? Did you see any of that?
I didn't see it.
And was it explained to you?
No, I didn't get an explanation. Carl Lane called it, and he was on the other side of the floor, and I